Nigel, a disappointing afternoon. How do you begin to dissect that one?
Well, what we said all week is, and including with yourselves earlier in the week, was do not go 1-0 down against this team. So I think to go 1-0 down in the circumstances that we did, that set the game off and was, I think, a result-defining moment.
It certainly felt like it. Like you say, it seemed to shell-shock Mansfield a little bit because after that they didn't really get into the game too much, did they? And in fact, Sutton had the better of the ball for most of the first half.
Which is exactly what we said would happen if you give them the goal. Gives them a massive lift, gives them confidence, and gives them something more importantly to hang on to, which they did very well with that sort of team. We found that they scored after a few minutes when we played them away, and we said we struggled to break them down. Whatever you do, don't give a goal away. And to come 11 on the spin and not make it 12 in the manner which we did is the worst part. You know, we're going to lose games, but to lose it in the manner which we did, that's the most disappointing thing, contributing to it ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, it's individual errors ultimately that cost you today. The second goal, straight off the back of half time as well. Just how disappointed were you when that went in?
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. The timing of the goals was very poor. Just when you want to get a foothold in the game and try and build a bit of momentum second half, and then within 2 or 3 minutes we're 2-0 down and they're cock a hoop, and very, very difficult to come back from there. So the timing as well as the manner of them.
Was it just a case of Sutton just working harder in all areas of the pitch today?
No, I just thought it was us not being good enough on the ball or off the ball. We looked a little bit disjointed. The injuries are catching us up. We certainly missed Stephen McLaughlin's driving force at left back. Perchie did well, but it's a different sort of fullback, so we missed that, and we missed a little bit of creativity at times today.
Yeah,
I can't stress enough. Once you give a team like Sutton a 1-goal lead, a 2-goal lead, never mind a 1-goal lead, it's going to be incredibly difficult to get something from the game.
Yeah, and of course, once you're trying to get that equaliser, ultimately there's going to be gaps at the back, and that was exposed for the third goal.
Yeah, well, that was just us, Matty Longstaff, not being positive enough. I think it was that one on the ball, and then Perchie unusually giving it away. I don't think he was offside. I think he timed his run very well, but it's a hell of a good finish. But just when you've got 10-15 minutes to have a go at them, see if we can get a 2-2 or better, we go and give another one away. You get these throughout the season. We haven't had one at home in the last 3 months. We've had one today, but just uncharacteristically, just making silly mistakes. Nil-nil games where even when teams have scored against us here, we haven't given goals away in that manner as we did today.
And moving on to Carlisle on Monday, it's a good opportunity really from there to respond to today's defeat.
Well, we have to. We were looking at 4 points, 6 if we could, but 4 points would have been good from the 2 games. Now we've got a chance of getting 3, so it makes it a very big game at Carlisle.
Yeah. And what response do you want from your players going into the Carlisle game on Easter Monday?
Well, I don't want to give schoolboy goals away like we did today. That's first and foremost. And as I say, we haven't done that in recent weeks, in the last few months. Teams have had to work very hard to create chances and goals against us and score goals, and they didn't have to today. So that's the first priority. I see the other teams who are up there in and around us, getting 1-0s today. Or 2-0 victories or something, and keeping clean sheets. That should be our priority. Well, it was before the game, before we gave the goal away.
Yeah, it feels like, well, obviously it's a very important time of the season, but there's no room for error. Unfortunately, today there was errors that cost you today.
That's it. We haven't had them in the run, which is why we've had such an incredible run, and especially here at the one call. You got to move on. When you make a mistake, as Rawson did after whatever, you have to put it behind you, and I thought he struggled to do that today.
Yeah. And a quick word on Stephen McLaughlin, who you mentioned before, not in action today. Could he be back for Monday, or is it too soon for him?
Possibly a bit too soon. We didn't want to risk Jamie Murphy either. He's done half a training session, coming back from a hamstring, and we're very conscious that if these sort of injuries now with Macca and Jamie Murphy, if they go, then they're missing them for the next month, 6 weeks, whatever there is of the season to go. So despite there only being 5 games to go, we've still got to be careful with them. But he's got a very outside chance, I think, of being fit.
Yeah. And what about Reso? So it's still not back yet?
No, probably too soon Monday. But we hope to get him back on the grass this week and do some training. I think when you're missing those sorts of players and Lapsu can get you a goal and everything, sometimes you'll get away with it. But other times, like today, it shows up.
I appreciate your time, Nigel. Thanks very much.
Thank you.